Say batch testing. What is batch testing? Actually, batch testing, one of the advantage of test automation. If it is manual testing, for each and every test case execution, user means tester interaction is mandatory. If it is automation, we can create test batches without human user interaction. Tool can execute test batches. See, batch testing or batch execution. Executing series of tests. Executing series of tests is called batch testing. See, it is one of the advantage of test automation. It is one of the advantage of test automation. Tool can execute. See, test tool can execute series of tests without user means tester, without user interaction. See, in manual testing, for each and every test case execution, user interaction is mandatory. See, if it is manual testing, for every test case execution, user interaction is mandatory. Tell me, Madhuri, what is batch testing?
It is executing a series of tests.
Executing series of tests or group of tests or set of tests or bunch of tests. Okay. See, we have 4 possibilities for batch testing in UFT. See, in 4 ways, we can conduct batch testing. In UFT. See, what are the 4 ways? See, first one, see, you can follow any one method for batch testing based on your company environment. but we will discuss all methods based on your company environment. You can follow. See, for batch testing, for data driven testing, so many possibilities based on your company environment and strategy you can follow. See, in 4 ways. First one, using test batch runner. Test batch runner tool. Say, UFT has three types of feature support. One is UFT tool direct features, means features available in UFT tool main window. Example, recording, object repository, step generator, data table, object spy, etc. Checkpoints, output values, etc. Next, second one, integrated tools from HP. These tools not available in UFT tool main window, outside of the window, but we no need to install them separately. If we install UFT, these tools can be installed automatically. See, test batch runner, integrated tool from HP. Next, using AOM. AOM stands for automation object model. Using AOM script. Say automation object model. It is private object model. Earlier we discussed some object models. File system object model, Excel object model, database object models. Those are global models. Why? For all types of scripting. Global models for all types of scripting, not only for UFT test automation. What are the all types of scripting? We already discussed. VB script, not only for test automation. Primary purpose, client side scripting in the web, server side scripting in the web, next network administration, system administration, etc. Global object models for all types of scripting. This AOM is private object model, only for exclusively created for UFT. Here we create quick test application object. See, QTP application object. It is private object model. Using QTP application object, we can conduct batch testing. And one more thing, test batch runner only for batch testing, no other usage. But AOM script not only for batch testing, other usage also there. Example, we can use AOM script as initialization script in automation framework. Okay, that we will discuss later. Next, using driver script. See, it is also UFT test script. UFT test script. We use driver script in automation framework. Any framework. Next, using ALM, formerly Quality Center, test management tool from HP. Using ALM also, if we integrate UFT with ALM, then we can execute UFT tests from ALM. See, these are the 4 possibilities for batch testing. Today we will discuss first 2 methods. Remaining methods we will discuss later. we will discuss driver script in automation framework implementation chapter. Tell me, Sujata, in 4 ways we can conduct batch testing. What are the 4 ways?
There are 4 ways of batch testing in UFT: using test batch runner tool, using AOM automation object model, using driver script in automation framework, and using ALM or quality center tool.
Good. Next, first, batch testing using test batch runner tool. See, batch testing using test batch runner tool. Batch testing using test batch runner tool. And one more thing, in test automation, in batch testing, we prefer end-to-end scenarios, proper launching of the application and closing of the application. No dependencies among tests. Why? Suppose in batch testing, no user interaction required, tool can execute test batches without user interaction. If any one test fails at middle of the execution, impact on remaining tests, impact on batch execution. So we prefer end-to-end scenarios. Anyhow, tool can execute tests quickly. If it is manual testing, we prefer sequential execution. One test case output is input for next test case. If any test case fails, human user can provide input for next test case. But in automation, user interaction optional. That's why we prefer end-to-end scenarios. Understand this concept, Aarti? Why we prefer end-to-end scenarios in batch testing?
Yeah, because if because no dependency among the testers and no interaction, we don't have any interaction for the like as a user. So if the one test in case get fail, then it will impact on the batch execution for the other test cases.
That's why we prefer end-to-end scenarios.
End-to-end scenarios, yeah.
Okay, see. Batch testing using test batch runner tool. Steps. See, steps for. See here, first step, generate basic tests and run them once. Generate basic tests and run them once. Why running tests once? Dry run to make sure whether the tests are executing without errors or not. If any error is there, that may impact on batch execution. So for every test, after creating every test, perform dry run. Dry run means sample run. Test run two types: dry run, real run. Dry run purpose to make sure whether the test is executing without error or not. Sample run. Real run purpose, testing. Okay, first one, generate basic tests and run them once. Next, launch test batch runner. Launch test batch runner tool and create test batches, one or more. Next, third step, provide permission. Provide permission to test batch runner to execute tests. Say we have to provide permission to test batch runner. Where? In UFT tool settings only. Next, run test batches one by one. See, these are the 4 steps. Tell me, Kanti, what are the steps for batch testing using test batch runner tool?
Create basic test. Create basic test, then once. Launch the test batch runner tool and create test batches. Provide permission to test batch runner to execute tests. Run test batch.
Okay. See, one advantage of batch testing. Advantage. One advantage. Next one, disadvantage. See, advantage is we can execute entire test batch or part of the test batch. Suppose in our test batch 20 tests are there. If you want to execute all 20 tests in this iteration, yes, you can execute. Otherwise, suppose I don't want to execute all 20 tests in this iteration, only 10 tests. Remaining tests you can unselect. Say, test batch runner, tool can execute entire test batch or part of the test batch. Next, disadvantage, test batch runner doesn't provide batch wise test result, only test wise. See, test batch runner tool doesn't provide batch wise test result. Provides only test wise result. Tell me, Madhuri, advantage, disadvantage of test batch runner, batch testing using test batch runner.
The advantage is test batch runner tool can execute entire test batch or part of the test batch. And the disadvantage is it doesn't provide the test results based on batch wise test results, but it provides the test results test wise.
Test wise only. Okay. Next, test execution process. Test execution process. See, test batch runner doesn't execute tests directly. It launches UFT tool provides instructions to UFT. UFT only execute tests one by one based on test batch runner instructions. See, it launches UFT tool provides instructions to UFT. Next, UFT executes tests one by one based on test batch runner instructions. See, this is the test execution process. Okay. Next, create tests. So I'm creating a folder on desktop. Tests. See, in this test, I'm not inserting any verification point. You can insert verification points. I'm just taking sample tests. You can insert verification points. See, new test. Test name, login. You can use your own names. Tests. Create. Generate the script. See, you can use keyword driven methodology also. Just I am using recording. Stop. Save. Run the script. Run it once. Dry run. Okay. Executing. Next, take new test. Suppose this time open order. End to end scenario. First login. Next, open an order. Next, run it once. Okay, executing. Next, save. Next, one more test. Fax order. Create. See, generate the script. First, login. Next, open an order or insert order. Next, fax order. enter any 10-digit number. Close. Next, run it once. Executing. Next, save the test. Okay, we created 3 tests. Login, open order, fax order. Next, second step, launch test batch runner tool and create test batch. See, HP software, unified functional testing. Here, tools, test batch runner. See, this is test batch runner tool. See, file, new, tests add. Tests add. Login. Next, open order, fax order. See here, checkbox are there. Before every test, you can find checkbox. You can check or uncheck. If you want to execute all tests, check all checkboxes. See, just here, top. If you don't want to execute all tests, you can uncheck some tests. See, second step over. Next, third step, provide permission to test batch runner tool. How to provide? Observe the navigation. Tools menu, options. Next, GUI testing, test runs, allow other. See here, right side, last option, allow other HP products to run tests and components. Select this option, check this option. If you want to execute tests using test batch runner or ALM, you need to select this option. See, once again, just a minute. Navigation to provide permission to test batch runner. To execute tests. See, tools menu, options. Next, GUI testing. Next, continue Sujata, GUI testing.
Test runs, sir.
Test runs, good. Test runs.
Allow other HP products to run tests and components.
Yes. Components means reusable components. See, allow, check. Check allow other HP products to run tests and components. Tests and components option. Next. Okay. See tools menu, options, GUI testing, test runs, allow other HP products to run tests and components. Okay. Next you can close UFT tool. Otherwise leave it. Next, execute test batches one by one. See file, tests, run. Here also shortcut key same F5. In UFT tool also run command F5. In test batch runner also F5. See tests, run. It launches UFT tool. UFT tool executes tests one by one. See launching. UFT tool execute tests one by one based on test batch runner instructions. See last test fax order executing. Over. Why it is executing multiple times? Just a minute. Just run. Just a minute. Launching UFT tool. Some compatibility issue. Just a minute. Save the file orders. Suppose on desktop. Say test batch runner file extension is MTB. It is file test batch file extension is AMTB. Earlier it was Mercury test batch. Now they are calling module test batch. Launch test batch runner. Open the test batch. Run tests. Just a minute. Select tests. Run. Launching UFT tool. First it is executing. Login. Next open order. Next, last one, fax order executing. Over. Okay, na? Sujata, did you observe?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, result. Here, for every test, result link is there. You can click the result link for current iteration result. See, first one. Click this one. See result. Next, I want fax order test result. Select this result link in run results column. See, fax order test. Next, otherwise, using a result viewer you can launch. See, HP software, HP run results viewer. Run results viewer. Here browse the test. Browse path of the test. Suppose login. Observe Madhuri. It is showing two test results. First we executed dry run na, sample
Yes.
run, and next batch run.
Batch run, yes.
First result dry run, second result batch run. Suppose if you execute 10 times, it will provide 10 results. If you don't want to store results, you can remove results using test results deletion tool. Next, I want another test result. Open order. Select the test, select result, open. See result. Otherwise, from UFT tool also you can launch. View menu, last run results. Here, file, open, browse path of the test. Suppose login, select result, open. Tell me, Kanti, how to view results in this scenario?
Launch the UFT tool, view menu.
Just a minute. How to view test results? See, first method. What is the first method?
Directly from test batch.
Click result. Result link. Just a minute. Click test result link in test batch runner. Test batch runner. Next, launch.
Launch view menu. UFT tool.
One more possibility also there. What is this one?
Okay.
Launch run results viewer tool. Launch results viewer. Launch results viewer. Open the test and select the result or In UFT, launch a result viewer next. Same. Open the test and select the result.
Sir, don't you have to open the view and then view menu? View menu?
That is navigation. This last
Okay,
one.
okay, got it.
Last
Okay,
one,
got it.
navigation. See, simply I have written like this, but view menu, launch, last
I
one.
got it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Next, deleting test results. Say UFT provides test result for every test iteration. If you don't want to store all test results, you can delete test results using test results deletion tool. See, using test results deletion tool, we can delete test results. See, navigation, launch test results deletion tool. Next, browse path of the test. Next, select test results. Next, delete. Say, launch test result deletion tool, HP software, unified functional tools. Next, run results deletion tool. Just a minute. Browse path of the test. Just a minute. For example, fax order. Here two results. Select results. Delete. Confirm deletion. Deleted. Okay. See, this is about batch testing using test batch runner tool. Next, batch testing using AOM. Second one, just a minute. This is first method. Second one, using AOM script. AOM. AOM stands for Kanti. What is AOM?
Automation object model.
Good. Automation object model. Automation object model. Say it is private object model created only for UFT test automation. Exclusively for UFT test automation. For example, file system object model, say file system object model, next Excel object model, next database object models, here multiple objects, etc., or global object models. Why global models, Sujata? Why these are global object models? Next, AOM is private object or local object model.
Global object models means whenever it is.
Already explained. Aarti?
It is for all types of scripting, not only for the automation model.
Good. For all types of scripting, client side scripting in the web, server side scripting in the web. See that web developers use, not our usage. Okay, for all types of scripting, but automation object model, quick test application object only for automation. That can't be used in client side scripting in the web, server side scripting in the web, and for network administration, etc. Okay, na Sujata, any confusion?
No.
See, can be used for all types of scripting. For example, client side scripting in the web, generally web developers use. Next, server side. See, web developers integrate VB script code components into HTML tags. In case of server side, web developers integrate VB script code components into ASP, active server pages. Server side scripting in the web. Next, network administration. Next, local system administration, and test automation. Okay, but AOM only for test automation. Next, here we use QTP application object. QTP application object. See, old name QTP, but after changing the tool name also, they didn't change the object name. If they change object name, modifications required in software. That's why they are using same name, QTP application object. Create QTP application object. See, creating automation objects, we discussed the syntax, common syntax. Class value only varies from one object model to another. See, common syntax. Set variable equal to, the set is VB script statement, create object. This create object is built-in function, class value quick test dot application. Don't use QTP dot application, quick test dot application. Quick test dot application. Next, what is the purpose of QTP application object? For example, purpose of file system object, used to work with drives, folders and files. Purpose of Excel application object, used to perform operations on Excel application or Excel files. Next, purpose of database connection object, used to connect to database, any database. Purpose of database record set object, it is used to perform operations on database tables. Next, purpose of dictionary object, used to define key value pairs. Okay, what is the purpose of QTP application object? See, QTP application object is used to automate UFT tool operations. Don't confuse. Up to now, we automated our application, our software application operations using UFT tool. This AOM allows us to automate UFT tool operations. It automates UFT tool operations. Say, it provides instructions. UFT, you launch. Open so and so test. Run the test. Close the test. Quit. Like instructions. Understand the concept, Madhuri? Or any confusion? What is the purpose of QTP application object?
To automate the UFT tool operations.
Yes, to automate UFT tool operations. Just a minute. To automate UFT tool operations. Example. And we already discussed. Say, using AOM script, or you can say using QTP application object, we can conduct batch testing. But QTP application object not only for batch testing. Observe this concept, Kanti. Test batch runner versus AOM. Test batch runner only for batch testing, no other usage. But AOM not only for batch testing, other usage also there. Example, we can use AOM script as initialization script in automation framework. And one more thing, test batch runner is UFT tool feature. AOM is script feature. Okay. Next, for creating AOM script, you can use UFT tool editor. For creating AOM script, you can use UFT tool editor, but don't run AOM script from UFT tool editor. Sometimes it blocks UFT tool menus. Why? AOM script is not UFT test. It is VBS file. Run VBS file externally. Got the point, Sujata? Test batch runner file is MTB file. AOM file is, what is AOM file?
VBS.
VBS. AOM script file extension is .vbs, Visual Basic Script. See, create AOM script. How to create AOM script? First possibility, type script in UFT tool editor. Next, copy the script, paste in Notepad and save as VBS file, or without UFT tool editor directly. If you know the syntax, you can create it directly. See how. Launch Notepad like editor. Launch Notepad like editor. Next, type script or type statements and save as VBS file. Say you can directly create AOM script. Then why we need to use UFT tool editor? Anyhow, we can't run this script from UFT tool editor. Then why we need to use UFT tool editor for creating AOM script? Say if we use UFT tool editor, then we can get context help. See, note. UFT tool editor. UFT tool editor provides context help. Okay, na Madhuri? If
Yes, sir.
if we use Notepad, no context help na?
No context help. Yes. Yes, sir.
See, that's why for creating AOM script, use UFT tool editor. After creating, cut the code and paste in Notepad, save as VBS file. Next, how to execute VBS file. See, execute AOM script. Execute AOM script. See, run VBS file. See, this is external file. External file. See the example for batch testing. Dem obj QTP. Next, create quick test application object. QTP application object. Set obj QTP equal to create object of class value quick test dot application. Okay, object created. See, object dot, see, it is providing context help. If it is Notepad, you can't get this help. If you know the syntax, you can use Notepad directly. Otherwise, use UFT tool editor for creating AOM script. Type V, visible equal to true. See, this is optional statement. It is optional statement. Guess the functionality of the statement, Sujata. Guess the functionality of the statement.
We can see when the object is being created, sir.
No. Not only object created.
Visible.
Visible. Okay.
True means when
to view the tool during execution. See, to view the UFT tool during execution. Say, if you don't use this statement, tool not visible, tool in hidden state, application visible, execution process visible, but tool is not visible. If you want to view the tool also during execution, use this visible property equal to true. Next, object dot launch. Guess the functionality of this last statement, Kanti. Object dot launch.
To launch the UFT tool.
Good. To launch the UFT tool. Next, object dot open. Here provide the path of the test. Path of the test. See. Object dot test property dot run. See, first open the test. See, open the test. Next, run the test. Next, dot test property dot close method. After execution, close the test. Next, if you want to execute another test, same these three statements. Open order, fax order, like this. Next, just a minute. Next, object dot quit. Madhuri, observe the functionality of this last statement.
It quits the UFT tools.
Yes, to close UFT tool. Next, as usual, release the memory. Set object equal to nothing. Cut this code. Launch Notepad. Save as VBS file abc.vbs, otherwise any meaningful name, orders.vbs. Next, you can leave this UFT tool, otherwise close. See, this is executable file. Run the file, orders. It launches UFT tool, provides instructions. UFT tool only execute tests one by one. See, launching, open first test and running, and second test. Next, third test. Executing fax order test, last test. Over. At end, UFT tool also closed. With single click, you can execute series of tests. Here also same. Using result viewer, you can view test wise result, no batch wise result. And one more thing. See. Suppose comment this statement, which one? Launched, not launch. Visible statement. Observe Sujata. What will happen? What will happen?
We cannot see the UFT tool during execution.
But we can see application, na?
Yes, sir.
See the application and operations on application. See. Run the script. See. Observe Kanti. What is happening? Tool is not visible, but application operations visible. Okay. Say you just optimize the script. See, first example, AOM script, for batch testing. Next, optimize the script. Say in this script, for every test execution, 3 statements minimum. If it is 50 tests, minimum 150 statements, 50 into 3. Optimize the script. How to optimize? See, second example, read test paths. See, here only 3 tests. You cannot find the difference between these two scripts. But if it is 20 or 50 tests, definitely you can find the difference. Second script is optimized. Read test paths from a text file and conduct batch testing. Read test paths for from a text file and conduct batch testing using AOM script. See in this example, combination of file system object and QTP application object. See, launch UFT tool. Take new test. See dim objfso obj reading na text stream object also required. Obj text stream. Next obj QTP. Next test path. Create one text file. Provide test paths. Where that one? Here also. Here only. Here only. Open order. Fax order. Observe Sujata. In the previous script, we used double quotes for test path. Observe, we used double quotes na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But in text file, don't use double quotes for test paths. Why? Don't use double quotes for test paths in text file. Why?
Because in the UFT tool, we are opening the path, sir.
Okay. Madhuri, can you tell me the reason? Why not double quotes? Aarti?
Because we are reading from there, that's why.
Yes. Here we are reading test pass. Reading time, anyhow VB script considers data as string type data. String type data means double quotes. If we use another double quotes, two double quotes syntax error. So reading time don't use double quotes for test pass. Okay na Sujata, any confusion?
No, sir.
Okay. See, create file system object, set objfso equal to create object of class value scripting dot file system object. Next, create text stream object. File already there. Create text stream object, Kanti.
Set object text stream is equal to
set obj text stream equal to
obj fso dot
good
open text file.
Type O, select open text file of file path. Next, file mode reading only na. Read mode is default mode. Next, create QTP application object obj QTP equal to create object of quick test class value quick test dot application. Next, launch the tool. First visible equal to true, it is optional. Next, object dot launch. Next, use loop statement do until obj text stream dot at end of stream equal to true, optional. Next, every line is one test path. Read lines one by one. Suppose I am taking one variable. Variable name is test path. Test path equal to obj text stream dot read line. Read line. Next, obj qtp dot open test path. Test path. Next, just a minute. obj qtp dot test dot run method. Next, obj qtp dot test property dot close method. Next, quit the tool. Next, release the memory for all objects. Set QTP object equal to nothing. Next, set obj text stream equal to nothing. See internal closing of the file. Next.
Sir, there is a typo on 19. Nothing.
Just a minute. Okay. Good. Set obj fso equal to nothing.
Sir, do we have to close the loop, right?
Yes. Just a minute. Where? Here. Cut this code. Create library file. Paste the code. Next, save as VBS file. Suppose abc.vbs. Just a minute. Run the executable file, VBS file. It launches UFT tool. UFT tool execute tests one by one, and at end UFT quits. First test over. Second test open order running. Next, third test fax order running. Over. See, this is about AOM script for batch testing. Next, driver script integration with QC that we will discuss later. Next chapter, small chapter, regular expressions. Regular expressions. Say, what is regular expression? What is regular expression? Tell me, Kanti, in UFT test process chapter, I have given a brief idea. What is regular expression?
It is used for searching.
Okay. Okay, cool. See, regular expression is global topic.
It's
global
a
term
for pattern matching.
Pardon?
It's a formula for pattern matching.
Yes. See, it is a formula. It is a formula for matching patterns. See, general definition, it is a formula for matching patterns. See, matching, don't confuse mapping. Mapping is different, matching is different. Mapping 4 types in computer environment. Mapping 4 types. One-to-one mapping, one to many, many to one, many to many. Matching 2 types. Constant matching, pattern matching. Constant matching means matching with fixed value. Next, pattern matching. Pattern matching means matching with series. See, constant matching. Suppose I have a document called india.doc in my computer. If I know the exact value, but I don't know the location, a C drive or D drive or somewhere, but I know the exact value, I can retrieve the document using exact value. India.doc. It can retrieve. This is constant matching. Next, pattern matching. Suppose I have a document called india.doc in my computer, but I forgot the exact name, but I know starting letter I. Then you can use formula I star dot, like the star dot is formula. Then it will retrieve IA series if available in your computer, IB series, like that you can locate your document. Okay. So it is a formula for matching patterns. Next, what are the important usages of regular expressions in UFT? See, usage of regular expressions. Regular expressions in UFT. See, two important advantages. First one, to handle dynamic objects. See, test objects, three types. Constant objects, or you can say just test object. Next, dynamic objects. Next, duplicate objects. I think yesterday only we discussed handling duplicate objects. Suppose working with two instances of application, two login dialog boxes, duplicate objects, two browsers, duplicate. You know how to handle duplicate objects. See, test objects, constant objects, dynamic objects. Constant objects means just test objects, no handling required. Next, dynamic objects. Using regular expressions, we can handle dynamic objects. Next, duplicate objects. Two or more objects with same description. Using how to handle duplicate objects, Kanti. Yesterday only we discussed how to handle duplicate objects. Madhuri, how to handle duplicate objects?
By using the
index property. Index property.
Index, yes, sir.
Okay.
Index and creation properties.
Creation time for browser, but for general objects, creation
Index
time only for browser. For general objects, index property. Index property not only for windows and dialog boxes, for links. Suppose any duplicate links are there, you can use index. Okay. To handle dynamic objects. Next, for search operations. Search operations. See, first to handle dynamic objects. Just a minute. Launch UFT tool. create new test. Suppose fax order operation. Fax order. Just a minute. Fax this order. Next, run it once. Suppose if you want to observe the data, okay, not required. Run it once. See executing. Just a minute. Run first record. See fax order. Okay. Next, I want to send a fax for 1 to 10 orders. First 10 orders to same number. For ORD equal to 1 to 10. Next, pass variable as parameter. Next, just run it once. See 1. Executing. First order executing. 2. Second order. Problem. Try to identify the problem, Madhuri. What is the problem? See, cannot identify the object fax order number 1. Observe this fax order number. This is dialog box. This dialog box is dynamic object na. What is the label of this object? What is the label?
Fax number.
Fax order number 2. Just a minute. For example, 6. Now observe what is the label of this dialog box. Same dialog box. What is the label? This time fax order number 6.
Fax order number 6.
See, it is a dynamic object na.
It's very inside. Yes, sir.
Dynamic object. See, to handle this type of dynamic object, this one, regular expression required. How to provide regular expressions? See, how to use regular expressions in this scenario. What is the scenario? Handling dynamic objects. Say if it is object repository based test. If it is object repository based test, open. If it is recording or keyword driven methodology, open object repository, select the object and provide regular expression. If it is recording or keyword driven methodology. If it is recording, open local repository and select the object. If it is keyword driven methodology, open shared repository and select the object. See, if it is object repository based test, open object repository, select the dynamic object, select the object and provide a regular expression. Next, if it is descriptive programming, then how, Sujata? How to provide?
We open the shared object repository and
descriptive programming, no object repository, na?
Open.
No object repository. See, in the statements only provide regular expression. In the script only. See, if it is descriptive programming, provide
shared. Okay.
What is shared?
Shared object repository, we have to put it in the regular expression.
What I told earlier. If it is object repository based test, means recorded script or shared object repository, local repository or shared repository. That is
both
same navigation, same process. If it is object repository based test, recording or keyword driven methodology, means local repository or shared repository, same process. What is the process? Open object repository, select the object and provide regular expression. Okay, na?
Yeah, yes, sir. Got it now.
Okay, cool. If it is descriptive programming, in descriptive programming, no object repository concept. See, we provide objects information directly in the script. So provide regular expression, directly in the test script. Okay, na Kanti, any confusion?
No, sir.
Okay, cool. Say, suppose I want to open 1 to 5 records, for example, put base state and run the script without regular expression. Run the script, definitely it will show error from second record. See, from second record, definitely it will show error. See, after 20 seconds, it will show error. That is UFT tool default synchronization time. After 20 seconds. Okay. cannot identify the object. Next, launch object repository, resources, object repository. If it is shared object repository, launch shared repository in object repository manager. Here select the object, fax order number 1. Here select the value, property value, configure the value. Here instead of constant, check a regular expression. Instead of 1, here provide the range, square brackets, 1 to, otherwise complete range 0 to 9, or you can provide 1 to 5 also. See, 1 to 5, 1 to 5. No need to save, it is local repository. Put base state and run the script. See, first record executing. Next, second record executing. Next, third record executing. Fourth record. Last record, fifth record. Okay, script instructions over. Test script instructions over. Okay. And next, for example, 8 to 11. I want to open 8 to 11 orders and send fax. Put base state and run the script. See, 8th record executing. No, change the range. We just used 1 to 5 now. See, resources, object repository. Select the object, configure the value. Next, here instead of 1 to 5, 0 to 9. Say, suppose 8 to 11 invalid is invalid. Observe. Eight to 11 invalid na, Aarti?
Yeah, yes, sir.
8 to 11 invalid. Say ranges like this, square brackets, 0 to 9 hyphen. Next, capital A to capital Z. Next, small a to small z, like this. Save. Resources object repository. Zero to 9. Put base state run the script. 8th order executing. Next, 9th order executing. Next, 10th order problem. It is 2-digit number problem. Stop. See resources, object repository. Configure the value. Here you just type star. Then it will consider 2-digit, 3-digit, any number. Base state, run the script. See 8th order executing. Next, 9th order executing. Next, 10th order also executing. Next, last one, 11th order executing. Script instructions over, application still running. Script instructions over, last instruction over. Okay, if it is descriptive code, how to provide? Just a minute. First remove this one, resources object repository. Fax order. Suppose constant value as it is. Base state, run the script. It won't execute. Same problem. Next, provide regular expression, the script only. See, fax order number 1. It is dialog box na. Text colon equal to, instead of this 1, square brackets 0 to 9 star and one more thing, whenever we use descriptive code for parent object, this dialog is parent for this ActiveX. Dialog is parent for win button. Whenever we use descriptive code for parent object, for child also we need to use descriptive code. Next, whenever we use object repository based test for parent object, you can use descriptive code for child object. Got this point, Sujata?
Yes, sir.
See, this ActiveX is child of this dialog. For dialog, we used descriptive code. For this ActiveX also use descriptive code. Next, in the last statement, button. Button is child of dialog. For dialog, we use descriptive code. For child, button also use descriptive code. See, ActiveX. What is the suitable property? What is the unique property for ActiveX? See, tools menu object identification ActiveX. What is the suitable property? What is the unique property for ActiveX? Arti?
Prog ID.
Prog ID. You take Prog ID. See, tools menu object spy. Just a minute. Take hand icon, show the ActiveX object. This is the value of prog ID. Prog ID colon equal to, next send is button. For buttons you can use text property. Try to run the script. Eighth record executing. Problem. After 20 seconds it will show. Fax order number also entered. Just a minute. Fax order number also entered. But it is not clicking on send button. After 20 seconds it will show error. See, cannot identify the object win button. What is the problem? Just a minute. Tools object spy, take hand icon, show the send button. Observe Sujata, what is the problem? External name is send, S-E-N-D. But internal property value ampersand send. That's why. Put base state and run the script. See 8th order executing. Ninth order executing. Okay. All orders executed na? Kanti. Kanti.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
See, this is about providing regular expressions in descriptive code. Next, before going to discuss search operation, I will provide one more example. You can provide regular expressions in checkpoints also. How? Observe. Open an order. And insert checkpoint on tickets. See design menu, checkpoint, standard checkpoint, show the object, click OK. See here, text property, expected 1, OK. Stop. See expected 1 ticket. Just run the script. Will it pass or fail? Aarti, will it pass or fail?
I think it will pass.
Pass. Why? After inserting, we didn't change the value. Okay. Run the script. Okay. Open result window. See, passed. Next, modify the value in the application. Suppose tickets 4 update order. Tickets 4. Now run the script. This time it will fail. Expected 1, actual 4. See, failure time it waits maximum 10 seconds. Over. Launch result window. See, failed. See, expected 1, actual in red color 4. Next, say my requirement is not checking the tickets value. Open 1 to 10 records and check whether the tickets value is numeric value or not. If it is 2 tickets or 4 tickets or 10 tickets, I don't want to check tickets value. I want to check whether it is storing only numbers or not. Say, open 1 to 10 records for I equal to 1 to 10. Step 1. Next, set a variable as parameter. Next, modify the checkpoint. See here, constant. Instead of constant value options. Here check regular expression. Provide the range 0 to 9. See, suppose if it is 20 tickets, 2-digit value. Put base state and run the script. See, 1. Tickets 4, 2. Tickets 20, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All are numeric only, manually you can observe. 9th record, last 10th record. 10th record tickets 2. Launch result window. See, current test run passed. Observe Madhuri, how many steps passed? 10 steps passed na?
Yes, sir.
Means all records having numeric value only. Here value 2 or 4, that is negligible. Value is numeric value or not. See, 10 steps passed. Just a minute. See, this is about providing regular expressions in checkpoints. A regular expression. Checkpoints. Next, before just last 2 minutes, before search operations, actually yesterday we discussed one search operation using regular expression object. tomorrow I will show search operation in Word document also. Yesterday we discussed only text file. Tomorrow I will show Word document also. Say, apart from formulas, a regular expression object also there. Apart from formulas, regular expression, it is a formula for matching patterns. Apart from formulas, regular expression object also there. Say, regular expression object. See, as per Microsoft documentation, regular expression object is unmatured object. No specific class value for creating regular expression object. Then how to create regular expression object? Using new and regexp keywords, we can create regular expression objects. Regular expression object using new and regexp keywords, reserved words, we can create regular expression object. Regular expression object. How to create? Set variable, just a minute. Syntax. Set variable equal to new regexp. Enough. See, we'll meet tomorrow, same time. Thank you.